Knights Academy. Training's in session.
So you guys had a long rest. Everybody is refreshed and reinvigorated for the next day, breathing poison-free air.
For the time being.
For the time being, unless you choose to delve back in.
Wait, did
Actually,
we make
I
two
have a
back our
question.
new friend?
Does any of us have the ability to take like a spell in the morning where we could like not suffer the effects of the poison?
Let me check.
You say
Because,
that and look right at Gruck because he's the only one that can change his spells every day.
Pretty much.
well, unless I wasn't actively thinking about it because I hadn't looked at my spells yet, but that's the direction I would have been going anyway.
Like, I assume it's like that's kind of an OOC comment because I assume it's something Gruck would have thought of. But,
Yeah, no, because I remember the first time we were coming in here because we brought it up when we first the first time we took damage from the poison and therefore became aware of it. But it's like, yeah, I don't have that, so I can't today. So technically, yes, I was already planning on it.
Now, if it only affects like one or two people, then I guess do what you need to do. But just a thought.
Well, the thing is one, it's only one person per spell slot, which isn't necessarily the end of the world, but it also is only it will only reduce the damage, and it only lasts for an hour.
Do you
So
have
it's
a
not
good
really going
medicine
to
check?
accomplish much. I think mine's not bad.
What does-
Yeah, mine's pretty decent.
I can give you the healer's kit and you can try to make a mask against the poison.
We
If
could
you
try
had a-
that.
If you
Would
have
Bardic
a good
Inspiration
medicine.
work on that too? Matt,
For what?
on a medicine check?
Bardic Inspiration would work on a medicine check, yes.
Bardic Inspiration works on anything, basically.
Right. But my question is mostly like, because the medicine check is the idea is he's going to make us like a makeshift mask that we can put on. Would that add a D6? Would you count that towards it? Or is that a little stretch on what a medicine check is?
That's a little stretch on what a medicine check is with just the cloth. Something else with it as well would probably make it better. Like,
Well, how about this for you? The room that we're in, can we get to the outside from it, or is it just air that gets in?
you have not tried to go out that way.
How tall is this exit?
It is. Oh, it goes up to the ceiling, but there is dirt that comes all the way down.
And the ceiling is how high?
Looks like about 40-ish feet, somewhere in there.
Can someone toss me there?
Probably.
I'm like 110 pounds.
Don't we have some climbing gear? We could probably get you up that way.
But he said toss.
I mean, yeah, but you sure as hell aren't going to be able to do it.
With the 6, are you going to even lift me?
Like, he might knock you over.
He successfully
Or
knocked
what-
somebody off of a boat, so...
Why don't we ask our new
That wasn't
Jaguar
him,
friend to climb over?
was it?
See if he can do it.
Okay, question. What is the purpose right now?
Well, because the direction that Matt was going of trying to make some sort of mask with just a cloth, that's, not very good. But if I can get outside, then maybe I can find some herbs that are good for filtering out shit that we could put inside the cloth to make a proper mask.
Does anybody see Biodome?
You're going to
Not
pick up
anytime
cigarette
recently.
butts?
Good job, John. For whatever reason, when you said that, it's just immediately what came into my mind. Just like a net cigarette butts.
That's fair enough. I have to admit, I'm curious as to whether or not that would work.
I have no idea.
The were tiger probably in conjunction with another person, or Tupac, sorry, in conjunction with somebody else thinks they could probably launch you up a good portion of the way, but no guarantee that you'll make it all the way.
I have a 6.
He has a 6.
I'm willing to help. Would that be athletics? I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess.
It would be.
Can I just?
What?
I'm sorry. I have to say this in OOC because Saxon really probably wouldn't say this right now, but if they can get me up 15 feet, I can just Misty Step out.
I mean, I'd rather you save the spell slot.
It's kind of what I was thinking, but, you know.
All right, so if you're going to try throwing him, you do so with advantage. You'll get to roll. Or I think you actually have a... Actually, you know what? Vol's going to step forward.
I mean, yeah, he is the preferred option. He does have higher strength than I do.
Doesn't Saxon get his or a portion of his spell slots back on a short rest?
His warlock ones, yes, he does.
That's what Misty Step is.
Oh.
All you'd have to do is short rest to get it back. And Vol has expertise.
But I really want us to try throwing him. Like, that's why I'm not saying it yet. If it doesn't work, I'll offer to, like, get me up a little. Like, I could stand on someone's shoulders and probably make it.
Can I get like a circus jump to use acrobatics?
Okay, you want to do like where you jump into the hand and get thrown up?
Yeah, basically.
All right, it's going to be a combo thing then. If you have, well, yeah, go ahead. Roll an acrobatics as you attempt to do it, and you'll be running into one person's arm, and we'll...
8. This is going to be awesome.
I was about to say, can I give guidance to the people involved?
One of the two. Which one do you want to give it to? The one catapulting or the one that's acrobatic?
I mean, realistically, I would have given it to Vol because my assumption would have been that's the more challenging part of it. If I ignore the 8 that I already know has been rolled.
So, who gets it?
At this point, I don't think it matters.
Do I get like flipped into the wall like 1 feet upwards?
Alright, so you do your whole thing, trying to do your backflips and whatnot, trying to get, acrobatically jumping into his hand to be catapulted up there. And you do so, start to slip. He gets a hold of your foot, but your momentum is off-putting. He starts falling backwards as he launches you straight into the dirt pile. Causing dirt to start to tumble in upon you, covering you, and you cannot breathe.
Can I go?
Vol does get up and starts trying to dig him out quickly. So
I just laugh.
I'll help.
All right. With the two of you working at it, you're able to get him out in about 30 seconds. So,
out of curiosity, if we were to shove him into my bag of holding and then throw the bag of holding up, would that work?
And who would get me out of the bag of holding?
That kind of sounds like a personal problem.
Why don't we shove you in the bag of holding and throw you away?
It's my bag of holding.
What's your point?
That means I get to decide who goes in and doesn't.
Oh Jesus!
I'm not going to put myself in that one.
Like the biggest problem. Okay, look, the biggest thing I have right now with the idea of because I could probably make it up there. To it, I will start to explain after I stop laughing. I could probably make it up there with a little bit of help. The problem is, I don't know what you're looking for.
I mean, I suppose I would have to make some sort of a knowledge check to know what's in the area that would be helpful, and then give a description of said plants or fungus or insect secretion. I don't know.
Let's try it one more time.
The urge to cast Hex is so strong.
Oh God.
I'm not gonna. So strong.
It'll take a moment to talk Vol into it. He's kind of afraid of catapulting you into the dirt again, but you'll be able to talk him into it. He's like, I don't know, I might put you in the dirt. Come on, okay.
Okay.
I'll give him guidance again, and if
Please
anything,
give me
this
guidance.
time,
He has a +10.
Yeah,
I
give
have
him
a
guidance.
+6.
all right.
Oh, shit.
And if you make your DC, he gets advantage. So
23.
Alright, so you get all the way up in there really good with it, and you're feeling much better about this one. As you plant your foot in there, you're already giving him good momentum, pushing upward. He launches you with another 23, and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Jesus.
You get up
And
there,
I have a guidance.
boom, and you're able to grab onto the ledge.
18.
You're able to grab onto the ledge and pull yourself up.
Yay, I made it.
Hooray!
What now? What did you say you did?
I hadn't said yet, and like that's kind of gonna depend on the GM anyway, because I don't know if there is anything in the area. That's what I was asking about earlier.
Pink. Alright. Give me a knowledge nature check to see what you think of, or if there is anything out there.
Can I
Because
guide
he's up
that?
there, you're like, yes, you can.
Not that it's gonna be good anyway. Yeah,
Oh, never mind.
that was a nice roll.
Alright, so you're like, yeah, and you start yelling up a few things that he should go looking for up there that you can think of that is found in that general area, at least in the Valley of the Dead. So, now, Zach, you get to do an investigation roll to see if you can find these things he is describing in great detail to you.
Okay. 13.
So you're looking around a little bit. You find quite a few of the things he's asking for. But given the quantities he's asking for, you're pretty sure this is only enough that you're finding to make 3 masks.
Vol's not here.
Vol's not here. He has the highest constitution, so he should be fine.
Does he? He does not have a high constitution.
The highest, not a high one.
Actually, Gruck, what's your constitution?
16.
Yeah, you have the highest constitution.
Huh. I wasn't
You and
expecting that.
Tupac. You and Tupac have the same. Vol only has a 14 con. Alright, so he'll return sliding down the dirt like a slide. It does collapse in as you're coming down. You're able to keep ahead of the collapse, though. You do realize as you slide down, you're pretty sure anything more than about 40 or 50 pounds is going to cause it to start collapsing again. So you're pretty sure you can, if anybody touches the dirt again, this room is going to fill even more and cause even more issues.
Yeah, but look at it this way. If we fill the room with collapsed rubble, we can just walk on the rubble and get out.
Or it could block the only way you have to keep going.
True. But is it coming from under the exit or from the top of the exit?
It's coming from right over here, and the only way forward out of the poison you know of is that way.
Shovels.
So he brings you enough stuff to make 3. You might be able to stretch it out to 4 on a good medicine check.
I'm going to use my knowledge of medicine and give him advantage with
Like inspiration.
Master of Tactics.
And then are you going to throw a guidance on there as well?
I was planning on it.
Alright, so medicine with advantage plus a d6 and a d4.
Type that in first. Alrighty. Medicine check.
26, 29, 34.
You're like, I'm pretty sure I can stretch this out to 4. Let me see. And you start working with everything, and as you're working with it, you start realizing, oh, you can squeeze this bug a little bit more to get a little bit more of the guts out. You can actually scrape a little bit of this here, and well, maybe if you use this and turn a little more paste and mortal, and spreading it out. By the time you're done, you're like, yeah, that's as many. I made 6.
Dibs.
Well, hand them out to everybody, including Tupac, I guess.
That would expend the whole pack, right? Or 6 stacks out of it. 6 charges.
No, it's basically he was able to make 6 masks that he thinks will last for about 24 hours at best.
Yeah,
So
but
all we have to do is come back tomorrow.
Yeah, but the healer's kit has like 10 charges of use to stabilize someone. Does it use the whole kit or just 6 charges?
Oh no, that'll use 6 charges of the healer's kit, basically.
Okay.
So.
And coming back might not be the best idea to do that again, because then we, run the risk of collapsing our exit.
So
Now that I've seen what we're looking for, I could just, hop up.
You could have done that the whole time.
Yeah.
We can see what happens. We've got a day.
Alright, so you got the choice of if you want to go continuing up. You're pretty sure no poison's that direction, since that's the way the hole is, and it does seem to go at a slight uphill. Or you can go to the door to the north, or to the east.
I say we finish off this bottom floor where there's, we know there's poison.
Yeah, because
we have the masks.
Yeah, aren't we still missing some areas that we have left unexplored so far?
You have, yes. So north or
Can
east?
Roll. Okay, so I don't remember which
would
way
be
we should
north or west, wouldn't it? Because
This way we came.
yeah, that's the way.
Oh yeah,
we
north
came
or west. Sorry, north or west.
Yeah. I suppose west. That's for sure headed probably back towards poison. The north likely is, but also might not be.
Did we skip any rooms on our way to this one?
No. There's only one singular pathway coming here. You skipped. Well, you went through the secret passage, so from Tupac's room there was several exits. There was like 4 or 5 rooms in that, or exits in that room.
Is she willing to tell us?
He
Wait,
doesn't
hang
remember.
on. Out of curiosity, how the hell did that thing with Tupac work out? Like, I assume charm is over.
Yeah, he dropped charm before you guys went to sleep.
Oh, right. Okay. I forgot.
So because he didn't murder us in our sleep, he's with us then.
Is he willing to tell us what's down those passageways?
He does not know what's down those passageways.
Okay.
Also, just in case you guys
He was
forgot,
basically a prisoner here.
OOC, just in case you guys forgot from last week, Gruck is now attuned to the Berserker axe and is wielding it. Just wanted to make sure you guys remembered from last week.
That's always a good sign.
Do keep in mind, just so you remember, that you have disadvantage with all other weapons. Not spells, weapons.
Fair enough. Because, well, he doesn't plan on ever using anything else.
Ever.
I mean, I don't plan on him ever using anything else. I don't know, let's put it that way. And, you could probably call that some metagaming, but I don't care.
So which way do you want to go?
I voted for East. No, West.
For West? You're the only one that said anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
The door opens.
Like, as long as we're paying attention to where we have been, then we can, do some backtracking if we need to. Yada, yada, yada.
Yada, yada, yada.
Oh, and Matt, right at the end of last week, you were, we were discussing what to have the Curse of the Berserker Axe proc on Gruck, and as far as crits were going, I was thinking, if he gets crit, that for the first round, he would automatically fall into it, but then maybe he would be able to roll a save after, like the next round after that.
That makes sense. That works for me.
Okay.
All right. You proceed down the hall to double doors. They open up. The room is filled. Well, you open them up. The floor of this room is covered with a layer of gray dust and ash, 3 inches deep. Across the room, opposite where you entered, another set of double doors. There are 2 empty alcoves to the north and south. On small ledges in each corner of the room is a piece of what appears to be broken pottery. As you move into the room, your steps, motes of dust and ash swirl into the air. These clouds form into shapes. First from the ash, a dusty phantom assumes the shape of a woman. Her face is forlorn and tear-stricken. She throws up her hands in despair, rushes into one of the alcoves, and disappears. Immediately after, 2 more dusty phantoms emerge. Mighty warriors, armed with jagged edged swords and fierce countenances. They move to block the doors opposite where you entered.
Oh, you're done?
She went into an alcove, but does she go clean through the wall, or is she just sitting in the alcove?
She went into the alcove and just dusted away like she hit a wall and just dusted type thing. But it was before she hit that point.
The two that are blocking the door, are they actively hostile, or are they just guarding the door?
They look actively hostile. They don't look like they're going to attack you if you don't approach that door. But they are definitely guarding that section.
What kind of dust is on the floor?
It's some type of dust and ash. You can make a check if you'd like. Maybe a nature check would figure it out.
Can I do a medicine check instead to determine whether or not there remains?
That would be fine as well. You're pretty sure
crap.
it's all human, all remains. I always go with the first, even if it's not advantage or disadvantage.
I just took it off.
Yeah, it's all good. 22 is what you would have rolled either way. So yeah, you're pretty sure it is all remains from shattered vials.
That is a lot of remains.
3 inches deep to fill the entire room? Yeah. That's thousands of humans, or whatever they were.
I want one.
A room like this?
Yes.
That's odd. I didn't know you were German.
So what would you guys like to do in this room?
Which door is guarded, by the way? Can you ping it, please?
You might not be able to see that far. I can't remember if you can.
I'm assuming it's the one on the west. I can't even see it if you've already pinged it.
Yeah, it's... Oh, I'm on the wrong layer.
I'm guessing it's that.
Yeah.
That's the door that's not guarded?
The one that is.
That's the one that is.
because we're at the other one. Just for my own reference, do I know what sort of apparitions these are and whether or not they're vulnerable to my weapons?
You've never seen apparitions like this before? You've read about things like this? Most likely, yes, because this axe is the bomb diggity. It's like the most beautiful thing you've ever held in your hands. You feel more powerful holding it. You're pretty sure it will hurt anything you swing it into.
Everything will die by my hand.
I love cursed items. I love cursed items that the players want to use.
Well, unless anybody else has a more outside the box idea, Saxon, I know you've been good for this. If we went in that door, we're going to have to do something about them.
You gotta go sleep with them, Saxon.
My idea is pretty
You gotta go
obvious.
sleep with them. That's how you get through everything. Go fuck them.
That's how we got through one room.
And
So
it's
make
going
it
to
two.
haunt you forever.
Have you ever fucked ashy ghosts before? I mean, come on. This will be a first.
No, but that wasn't like one of my bucket list items. Having sex with a god, that was.
Technically, she's an avatar of a god, so I mean,
Was it close
kind
enough?
of.
Yeah.
It's a step in the right direction. Unless you're going to tell me these are the avatars to the god of death, in which case he should be coming and sucking my dick.
Somebody should roll a deception check.
I mean, they could be like the remnants of, like his direct servants that were burned in this pit. I mean, could be.
Also, this ground.
I'm
is
also
gross.
surprised Saxon's not like, what are we doing in here? Next jar. Saving it for my room.
Are they?
Okay, yeah, that's actually a good point. I'm gonna ask Warwick if he wants me to get some of these.
He's already trying to find a jar.
Okay.
I want Spectro Ghost in my room. That's cool.
I'm in. Yeah, what are we talking about? We need to wait a while. Hang on.
Oh, are you just scooping it into your bag of holding?
I'm thinking about it.
Dump out
Which
the
will
bag
piss
of
off
holding in
the
your
party
room?
because that's where a lot of the loot is. So I'm just like throwing the loot into the hallway.
That's actually a good point. How have the remnants of that the vampire that we slayed before it actually was made completely corporeal because I stuck some of its dust in my pouch.
Mm-hmm.
How are like the fingers that I got still holding up?
Oh, it's a bone right now.
Okay, that's fine then.
Can I ask a few questions?
34.
Yellow.
Tennessee. Okay, you should probably ask the questions first. I was trying to save time.
I want to ask the guards a few questions, determine if they can speak or willing to speak anyway, and what language do they speak.
They don't seem to be responding to you at all. They're guarding the doors, but they look to be looking through towards the other doors. They don't even seem to be looking in your direction as you speak.
Can I search the room for any kind of magic?
Yeah, you certainly can try. It'd be an arcane check for any kind of magic.
Are there any scrolls or texts in here somewhere?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check. As you're looking through here, you're not seeing any type of magic per se, Zach, but there is definitely something supernatural going on in here, and it is tied to the dust.
There's spectral ghosts blocking a door, like.
Yeah, it's nothing arcane. It's supernatural at this point, so if it is happening, it's not by the design of anybody that made this room.
This room is haunted because there's 10,000 bodies in here.
And as for scrolls, you're not finding anything. A couple pieces of broken pottery have parts of text on it, but nothing enough to make words out of. It would take a long time to reassemble the pottery, and if you could, then you probably could read the text. But you'd have to dig through all the dust, which Saxon is still scooping into his bag of holding. And if he's not, his bag of holding has been thrown to the floor, and you see dust getting thrown into it.
No, I'm working on it.
You see dust flying over towards him, just out of nowhere. Little puffs. Occasionally, you'll see what looks like a hand as dust settles on it. A claw.
You see me like pull out like a giant health potion, pop the cork, dump it on the ground, start putting dust in it. I'm not doing that.
Well, the good thing about dust, it's like ice cream after dinner. It fills in all the cracks of the bag.
I mean, I guess I am curious, Saxon. Why are you collecting the dust?
Because this is dope. This is gonna make my room awesome.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be more fulfilling if you just got your own?
I got blamed for one death and they tried to kill me. What do you think they're gonna do if I just go, I'm gonna go kill 10,000 people so that I can have my own dust?
Well, that's what
They are
makes it
going to
challenging,
worship
doesn't
you as a new Hitler.
I'll say you're either a king, Hitler, or a mass murderer, one of those. But most likely, nobility that's, in charge of a lot of people.
Or Elizabeth Bathory.
Can I ask Vol to cast Divine Sense in this room?
He will. There is nothing, actually. He's not detecting any undead, any demons, or celestial, or devils.
But there is something wrong with the dust.
Mm-hmm. As you guys walk, every step does seem to produce, like, a face of somebody, and, like, drifts down to the ground, or a body will appear and move towards the wall. Every single step causes a different spectral form of a human, or you're pretty sure a couple of them may have been elves.
I'm gonna pull out a mirror, look in it, strike a match, and go Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody. Let's just see what happens.
Nothing happens.
The
match eventually burns your fingers.
Ow, fucking.
the dust that turned into the woman and then she like floated off into the wall. Like, go over what she looked like again.
All right. She assumes the shape. The dust assumes the shape of a woman. Her face is forlorn and tear-stricken. She throws her hands up into despair and rushes into the alcove, disappearing. By the way, Saxon, if you don't stop Warwick, your bag will be completely full with dust in here. Like with the loot and dust, it will be capped. And
Yeah, as long as he's aware of the fact that if we find more loot, we're gonna lose some of the dust.
use the mule. Points towards Vol. Or that one. Points towards Crook. I mean, they're slaves after all anyway, right?
Yeah,
Thankfully,
we
you guys
can hear
aren't
that, right?
No, that's all in his
No.
Aw.
head. But you can
But
see
do we
exactly,
see
like,
him pointing at us?
No, you don't. You don't. He's invisible at all times and not currently covered in dust. Although you can see where his little feet are standing. This is about the most you guys have ever seen of Warwick. Actually, is in this room.
You know that sooner or later he's going to die, right?
I mean,
I'm
we're
sorry.
all gonna die. The only question is what order. Like,
Yeah.
to say.
Who kills who when?
Or who is smited by whose god when. I don't know, something.
Most likely one of those is going to happen. All right, so what do you do?
Out of curiosity, I want to pull out 1 or 2 items and just start stacking them on Vol.
Vol is not here to respond, so I'm gonna let him respond when he gets on. And be like, you're pulling things out and be like, hey, hold this. And hold this. And just say it when he gets in. Just be like, hey man, I need you to hold this and this, and just see how long it goes before he's like, dude, what the hell?
That, or are there like jars?
Not that are intact. Every single jar has been smashed in this room.
Were there jars behind us in the other room?
No, there were not. There's a bunch of stuffed cats you could unstuff and stuff with Ash. Although Tupac might not be happy with that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Gruak, can you determine if those ashes are what keeps those guys here?
I don't know, but that's what I was wondering. It's not exactly my area of expertise. My concern is that if we outright fight them, then we might not be able to vanquish them because they're created by this dust.
Tupac,
Because
you can tell is starting to get antsy, by the way.
I don't blame him.
But I'm wondering what these guards are and whether or not the guards that formed have something to do with the formation of the woman that looked to be running in fear of her life. These guards may be what killed everybody else.
I mean, 2 people killed 10,000?
Man, these
Wow.
lineups.
Yeah, I was
line
gonna
up
say you're
these
jealous.
leads.
I am.
Well, they could be the guards working for the emperor that was in charge of this place. He could have had his army slaughtering people left and right. I don't know. Personally, I think we go ahead.
We take them out, and if they come back before we get through the door, then maybe we think about leaving. Unless somebody has a better idea on how to get by him.
You can try to remove curse on the dust.
You say that, and Tupac starts transforming as he goes, "Sure, I do." He is not
There's also that chance.
Well,
Let's try. Well, I don't even know if remove curse would work on the dust, but we can try that if they form after we slay them. I'm not sure what word to use besides that.
Tupac leaps. Like, you guys are talking, and he just starts charging them.
I mean, I can't argue with being anxious.
I think he was confined for too many years.
And Kitty's got claws. So you see him run, charge. He leaps with great force, and as he does, you see him going to swipe at both of them. And as his hands touch them both, they just disperse, just like the lady did, falling to the ground. And he smashes headlong into the door with a loud.
Did we just spend like 15 minutes on nothing?
Yes, you did.
We spent like 15 minutes on gathering up this dust.
yep, we
And Bull's on now.
stalled for Warwick to fucking to get dust.
Okay.
That's great.
And we were thinking so hard about it as well.
Fucking check out the door, I guess.
Oh, hey, Vol.
Yeah.
I need you to hold this, please, and I'll just hand you one of the items.
Did you call this?
He pulled something out of his bag and handed it to you.
Insight.
Inside.
Go ahead and roll it.
Yeah.
Can I give you advantage?
You're gonna give him advantage?
Yeah, I want to give you advantage. Like, there's something wrong, man.
Insight with
Hold on.
advantage.
Let me get it up really quick.
That's what she said.
What?
That's a phrasing moment.
Oh,
Okay. Oh.
Wait, should we give him like background before this happens?
I was going to give him background with this. All right, so leading up to this moment, as you're inciting this, you see him come in. You guys enter this room, right? It's got dust all over the room, about 3 inches of dust on the ground. And as you guys take a step in, the dust forms into a person, a weeping lady, who throws her hands up in despair. You can see tears have streaked on her face, though she is made of ash, spectral, runs towards a wall and just disappears. Another step creates a guard. Another step creates another guard that run to the other side of the room and are standing guard. Every single step in this room has created some type of spectral image of a person once living. And so you've seen that. That's the first thing that's happening in this room. You see Saxon go, fucking cool. Pulls open his bag of holding and has been scooping dust in there. It was about a minute after that he pulled out an item and goes, can you hold this?
Huh. Fuck it, sure.
See, I continue scooping dust into my bag. I pull out another item. Pull this one too.
So what do I?
It's about this
What do
time
I-
you can tell that his bag of holding is basically full. He's pulling out
With
items
dust.
with dust.
Wait,
He's pulling out
they-
items to make more room for dust.
They can get full.
Yes, they can. They have a limited space.
Oh,
Now,
I know.
granted, he is more than halfway through the room at this point. You have seen little feet pressed into the ground, about imp size. You've actually seen imps in your life, so you know about the size they are. And occasionally a clawed hand where dust is settled on it as it's scooping into the bag as well.
So pretty much, it's like. I don't
And
know, like
Saxon has also said this is going to make my room look cool as shit. And so
Are
he
there
keeps trying to
still-
hand you items out of there. And it's loot from
Are
like
the-
other parts of the place.
Are there still faces in the dust?
Every single step causes another face or something.
Yeah, our estate's gonna end up being haunted because of this. But
Just my
of
bedroom.
course,
Just
as far as you know,
we can actually make his bedroom a tourist attraction.
especially if
I've
he
go-
dies.
cursed thing. Whoa, where the fuck is he at?
that's an interesting thought. Anyway,
No, how did we get here?
You were up east, so up from there.
yeah, we took a rest in that room because there was no poison, and then
Oh, that's where the snake was.
yep, and
Yes.
also we, and by we I mean you launched Zach
Oh, yeah.
up to a gap in the between like the wall and the ceiling, so we could get outside to retrieve components.
And
Because
alley-oop.
now we're all wearing masks to help protect against the poison that will last for 1 day.
Yeah, you
Good.
did an alley-oop to launch him about 40 feet in the air. Now, the first time you did it, though, was really fun because he came at, like, he was running to in the jump, put you off balance, and you ended up launching him straight into a dirt pile. And it took, like, 30 seconds to dig him out so that he could breathe again. And he...
Yeah,
It
it
how
was
was-
hilarious.
Oh, you both basically... Yeah, you rolled a 1 on it. It was awesome. And
And I rolled a 2.
yeah, he rolled a 2. So it did not work out well. And then he's like, let's try it again. You're like, I don't know if that's a good idea. He's like, but come on. You're like, okay. That's how that conversation went. And that's when you were able to launch him up there with a 23.
By the way, that leads to Tupac's room.
Yes. Tupac is back in his... Like, he already ran through the door, opened it up. He is picking up the tiger, by the way, on his shoulders. And is carrying
What?
the tiger.
The stuffed one?
Yes, the giant stuffed tiger. He is carrying it.
What are you doing with that? Huh, you don't say.
And
What,
He's still in were-jaguar form, so...
what are we going to do later then?
So are we going through
Understandable.
in behind the altar that he opened up for us, or we've got the 2 doors on the far side that we can choose from?
He points towards the one behind the altar. And he sets the kitty down.
So we're going this one, or
The one to the northeast.
Wait, has Vol straight up refused to hold any more of my items?
How
much
many,
can he carry?
how many items do you take from him before you're like, all right, dude, that's enough? And it's mostly loot from here, by the way.
I'm mostly just amused that he's actually doing this.
Dude, come on!
Depends on what he's handing me. I mean, if it's stuff that I can just hold in my arms and just keep, like groceries, then sure.
See, I told him that he should, like actually take the challenge upon himself to create his own dust, but
I would love to. It seems to me that with certain members of our party turning me into the police every time I supposedly kill someone.
Now, see,
didn't I already admit my mistake? Are you just going to constantly bring that up? I thought we'd been through this.
Yeah, somebody has feedback.
I don't know.
Oh,
They
it's
quit.
gone now. All right.
Okay, no, whatever. Yeah, I forgive you. I'm still gonna make fun of you
except
for
for
it.
I'm constantly going to have to hear about it.
Oh,
That's not dropping anything.
By the way, as you guys go to leave the room, and you go to grab the bag, Warwick takes it back from you and keeps scooping into it. You see him leave the bag open, crawls into it, crawls back out a few times. He's making more room as best he can.
He goes into the bag?
Yeah. He's swimming into the he's swimming through the dust.
wait, hang on. Out of sheer curiosity, how easy would it be to come back here?
Fairly easily.
Like at some point in the future?
Oh, you don't know. You could probably make it back here. As long as it's not one of those temples that, mysteriously collapses and vanishes at the end. Like almost all Indiana Jones adventures, which this is all inspired from.
which is not inspired from.
Just throwing it out there.
I mean, because I want all of this dust.
Why don't you just take a few vials?
I did just look at the bag of holding, by the way. The dimensions are roughly 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep. It can hold up to 64 cubic feet of stuff weighing up to 500 pounds. You don't have to remove very many items. He's going to be able to scoop it all. It's just going to take time.
We have a few empty vials that we use to basically drink the potions.
That's why I said
So you
Warwick
guys
just
keep
takes
the vials when you're done with a potion?
Yeah, he just...
Smash! That was delicious. I will have another.
Jesus.
That's still my
No,
favorite
Saxon.
part.
Also Thor.
I was going to say, that's my favorite part of the Thor. Was when he did smash the glass. Or the mug. I want to do that so bad someday.
I want to be rich enough to, own my own establishment for, 3 days so that I can totally get away with it. I'd tell the server that I'm going to do it beforehand, just not any of the other patrons.
No, see, I
Drink
would
a
tell
cup
the
of coffee.
management. I would tell management you're going to do it. Don't tell the server. You want to see the reaction.
No. Okay, that, and then another time I would do it, you keep the server in on it, smash it, have her immediately run you out another cup of coffee, apologize for the wait, and run back.
Oh, that'd be
Just
even
to
better.
see the reaction. And come in dressed like a fucking hobo. That was delicious. Smash. I will have another.
And then just wait to see if somebody else does.
Yeah.
Dude, if I
For
saw
you,
somebody do that and they got away with it, I'd be like, that was delicious. Let me have another.
Yeah, and then have the management just freak out at him. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Get the hell out.
This is so horrible. Okay. So yeah, so Warwick's still behind, just scooping. You guys have
Okay.
moved on without the bag of holding or Warwick. All right, so you guys will get to the door there. Blah blah blah. Let me get to the.
Wait, which way are we going?
Keep following the path you were going down.
Okay. Now we're in this dude's room again.
Yeah, and then you went through the secret.
There
door.
it is. Okay.
Jeez, keep up, man.
I was busy.
Where did he
collecting
go?
dust.
Oh god. You were
All
busy
right.
collecting dust. So you were standing still, basically.
All right, so let's see. Hold on a second. So you guys entered the thing. The behind that concealed passageway, the narrow slants down and away. The passage is barely 4 feet in diameter. The walls are covered with profusions of ancient and weird glyphs. The floor of the tunnel is slick with molten glassy glaze. So you basically kind of slide down into the next door. Yeah. Zach, give me a history check. And does anybody actually have
8.
proficiency in arcane?
I have. History is my weakness.
Do you actually have proficiency in arcane as well, Zach, or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what you'll notice as you're coming down, Zach. You'll notice that there's a lot of those glyphs are written in Ulman. You don't understand most of them, but you do catch the meaning of one of them, which is basically curses to anyone that go through this room. You will also realize that there are several symbols, arcane symbols of abjuration. Gruck, you will realize that as well.
Can I decipher what they are?
You are not able to decipher past that. And you guys hit the other door and open up the door without too much of an issue because it basically opens as soon as you hit it. The tunnel opens out. Sorry.
You said that it's abjuration?
Yes.
I still have the scroll. Can I search in the scroll a few... the elements, basically?
Yes, you can when you get to the next room. So let me read the description, and you can open up and decide to do that if you want, or react to this room. Your choice. The tunnel opens out 2 feet above the floor of a corridor running north and south. 3 exits are visible. By the way, you don't slide into the room. You can actually step down. It's not like a danger thing. 3 exits are visible, one on either end of the hallway, and a set of double doors at the midpoint of the western wall. So pretty much right in front of you. The door to the north is barred, though it seems to have no latch. The image of a bear holding a disc of obsidian is set into its face. The lintel of the door is carved in the form of intertwining serpents. The southern door is pleated in bronze. Etched on it is a symbol of 2 circles joined. The path leading up to it has a depression in the stone floor, as though it has been worn smooth by the passage of countless feet. The floor in front of the central doorway is sunken and glazed. Affixed across the double door is a golden seal, 1 foot in diameter, with ancient glyphs scribed into it. To open this door, it appears that the golden seal must be broken. Ancient glyphs are scribed on the seal. To either side of the lintel on the door are barely discernible scratches and brown stains striping the wall and floor. What would you guys like to do? There's a bunch in this little room.
I say we go that way.
Well, you're holding some stuff, so I'm good with that. Is Warwick back while we're discussing?
No, he's going to be at work for a while.
In that case, I vote we wait for
Just gonna stand here with a thumb up our ass waiting.
me. And then I'm going to go running back to the room and help Warwick.
I'm going to check for elements, for the word of the elements on this old language.
Okay, you can certainly do so. So the door up on that side, Vol,
Also, what's a while?
you're scooping out a giant room of 3-inch dust. It probably is going to take like an hour to get it all. And he is trying to get it all.
God, I feel like that would even be optimistic.
It probably would be.
Because, I mean, that's some fine dust.
Well, because the big problem is I don't know that we're gonna, I don't want to leave Warwick alone just in case something happens to him. I don't know if everyone else wants to wait. So
Well, you do have telepathy with him, and that is still linked even in this other room.
that's true.
So
Everyone will probably notice that I'm just leaving the bag of holding.
back in that other room, yeah. I don't think anybody even questioned it at this point. You've already proven to be a little bat shit. So, all right. So the northern
little?
door.
Well, that
I was being nice.
we know that Warwick's in there.
So that's putting it nicely.
So
Has
the
anybody else besides Gruck actually met Warwick?
Not that I can recall, unless it was.
No,
like,
but Vol
out of
doesn't
game.
seem to care about the concept of a demon. He seems very comfortable in the concepts of it.
Yeah,
I
no,
saw him once.
I know why Bull doesn't care. Like, okay. I was curious as to, like, Warwick and Gruck have passed words with each other. I just don't remember if anybody else has.
So the top door is barred shut. We're on the northern end of the wall. Vol, the one you went to up here.
Oh,
It is barred
yep.
shut. You could remove the bars and try to open the door if you wish.
Okay, let's go to this door.
Okay, that one is sealed with a glyph. You'd have to break the glyph to seal it, unseal it, and currently Zach is inspecting it, looking at a scroll, looking up, looking at it, like he's studying it very thoroughly. And there's one more door that has 2 round circles, and it looks like it's been well traveled into that section.
We could peek through that one, see what's in there.
Your choice. You guys have to decide what to do.
Is there anybody opposed?
Not really.
I'm good.
While I'm working on this one, you can do whatever you want.
It is going to take a minute or so they have a minute to do something before you'll be able to translate. Although you have already translated the word beware and beyond.
I'll creep it open, take a look.
Okay, let's see. The door isn't latched, but it's stuck. It's going to take a little bit of muscle. You're not going to be able to just creep it open.
I'm going to inspect it first to see if there's anything attached to it from the sides or top or bottom.
Give me an investigation check.
Can I guidance that?
You sure can.
Sure, you can.
You're not finding anything. This seems to be safe. It's just stuck.
All right, I'll give it the boot.
Alright. In order to do that, you're gonna have to you try with the boot. It's not gonna be enough. You have to actually give it like a good shoulder check to have it open.
Damn, I didn't want to do that.
And that's where you're at. Like that's how much you've learned on that. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
No, I'll do it.
Question: what do the hinges look like on this thing, or are they on the other side?
They're on this side, but they are very well attached. It would take quite a bit of time to undo them. It's a very
Eldritch
secure
Blast?
Well, actually, no, wait. It opens inwardly. They're on the other side.
Okay.
Physics didn't work there for me for a moment.
What's the door made out of?
Bronze. Very, very, very thick bronze.
Okay, so I'm pulling on it, not trying to shove it in.
How much would
Yeah,
we get
it
for
doesn't open that way. It only opens inwardly.
How much would we get for a door made of full bronze?
It would be very hard to get out of here, but a lot. By the way, you've translated the whole thing, by the way. Behind that seal, it says, beware, beyond this door is death.
I'm right here. That's kind of rude.
You know you'll have to break the seal to get in there, but you're pretty sure that after you break the seal, if you take it, it's probably worth about 250 gold. Even broken. It's a lot
The
of gold
seal?
in there. Yeah, the seal is made of gold. Like, even, it's not just the art factor on that, that is how much the gold is worth used in that.
Can I try to remove it without breaking it?
You certainly can try.
What check would
Let's
that
see.
be?
Does anybody have
Give
a
me-
cantrip that just is made
Give
of
me an
fire?
inspection check, though, or investigation check. A cantrip for fire.
Yeah.
It
Anybody in
exists.
our group? Yes. Does anybody in our group have it?
No.
I scream
Well,
back
I
to
don't know
Grok.
about everybody else. I don't.
I scream back to Grok. Hey, Grok, give me a hand here. We're going to make a lot of money.
Okay. What am I doing?
We're looking at this seal here to remove it without breaking it. It should be worth quite a lot. Unbroken.
What do you need from me?
Just help me look around it to see how we
Okay.
can remove it safely.
I will help him look around it.
Alright, you're pretty sure, given enough time using... no, you can't do that. You might be able to get it free with your axe. Give it a good couple knocks in there, wedge it out. Now, Zach, you know it'd be far easier to do with a dagger, and he's trying to figure out how to do it with his axe.
Okay.
But it's going to come down to hitting it precisely, correct?
Yes.
Or someone could just give someone a dagger.
What?
Oh, I
How
see what
much
you're
would it be-
doing. I know what you're doing.
I
Do
mean,
it. Do it.
the question is whether or not
Do
it's
it.
worth it, but it
Do it.
ensures accuracy to the hit. So
Do it.
it probably
What are you thinking about?
Guided strike. Fucking
Oh.
plus 10 to an attack roll, baby.
Can you? How much would the seal be worth when broken?
You're not even sure.
Can I make an estimation? I mean, not exact number, just around something.
Minimum 1,000 gold.
Jesus.
If it's worth that broken, what's it going to be worth fully intact?
No, unbroken.
Oh, unbroken. Oh,
Broken.
okay.
Broken is like
I thought I heard broken, so I was like, oh my good god.
Broken is
unbroken.
worth 250 gold.
So what's going to be more likely to get it off of there fully intact?
You
Me
are
going
convinced-
for a strong but hopefully accurate hit, or somebody having to go with a less accurate hit but with less force, might make it less likely to be broken.
you can
You're
guide me.
convinced as long as somebody is actually catching it, you're pretty sure that yours is going to be a better idea, Gruck.
Dude, I'm in. The
Can I
downside
make
to
an
this is
intelligence
so
check on that
hilarious that I am definitely in.
In for what? Standing on the side and waiting till you get to laugh?
Yep.
Yeah, that's way to be part of the team. Fucking
Thank you.
idiot.
You weren't helping me dig out all of the dust.
To put in your room and serve as nothing more than what you want. That's
You
not.
could have asked for some of it.
I don't want any of it.
Well, that's kind of not my problem.
Yeah, that's my point. Congratulations on just doing whatever you want to. That's fine. We're doing something that's going to be split up among everybody. So, we're helping the team. So, shut your mouth is my point.
No, I'm not going to do it. Go ahead.
Are you ready, Zach? If you go to catch it, then I'll take the swing at it to knock it
All
loose.
right. 250 gold. How much is Okay, does anybody have the player's handbook right handy?
I mean, handy, but it's kind of dark in here, so I don't know if I can read it.
There is a section in the player's handbook that talks about trade goods. Let's see if I can find it before you do.
You can just find it on Roll20. Just search trade goods and you find it.
That's cheating.
Okay, then I just found it. What are you searching for?
How much is a gold bar worth? Or 1 pound of gold? 50
gold bar.
Okay, there it is. 50 gold. Alright. So, this thing weighs 5 pounds, just so you know.
Matt, I'm gonna go use the restroom. We can put on another cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
Actually, you guys want to take a quick break? Because I've been eyeing coffee. Him drinking it like, ooh. So let's take a quick break before you do the strike, and we'll go get some coffee and whatnot.
Cool. Hear me.
Be back. Okay. Chloe has to say hi.
I'm cool with that.
Come here, sweetheart. Over here.
And there's. Oh, my camera's all messed up again. Hi, Chloe. Either way.
Hi.
What's up, Chloe?
They're saying hi to you.
We'll get to see you in person in like 3 months, 2 months.
I don't know what she said.
I think she said, "Why aren't you coming now?"
Because Star Wars. Like, if you could convince them to release Star Wars earlier, then, absolutely.
Daddy,
Just go down and say hi.
She's yelling. I'm going to take the headphones back, okay?
Hey, you're mine.
Yeah, she's the DM now. Ah.
I'll just turn them off so I can hear too. She's like, no.
Who is the DM now?
I mean, as far as the game is
She might do
concerned,
better than I do.
or she will succeed where you have failed, which is kill everybody.
Probably.
She just did a hostile takeover.
She does that a lot. All right, Vol, the door that you're pushing at has serpents intertwining up on the side, and like I said, that's the one with the bear and the obsidian disc. The door obviously does not open your way; it opens the other direction, and it does seem to be stuck, just like the door to the south is. So it will take a good push.
Daddy, I don't know. Daddy.
Oh, and Saxon, I don't know why you were asking about whether or not anybody can cast something fire related, but I forgot I actually can now through the axe.
You can?
It's
Bronze
not
has a
quite
low,
enough to do what he wants, though.
Bronze has a very low melting point, and I'm just saying we can get if we can get a little bit of it out, then opening the door is going to be a lot easier.
Who am I?
And I guess that would be up to Matt then, because it's burning hands is what it allows me to.
Careful, Chloe.
Like, of all the metals, bronze, I think, has the lowest melting point.
It does. It's just going to take more than
mercury.
6 seconds of exposing it, or a flash of a second exposing it to fire. It takes continual fire for a moment. Because he's just going to, and that's it. It'd probably loosen it. You can mold it a little bit, but it's not going to melt it.
I
Yeah, but
wish
she
I
hits
was
it with
proficient
burning hands. I hit it
alchemical
with Eldritch
supplies.
Blast. We can maybe carve something out.
Well, yeah, but that's short duration of burning hands. It just warm it up to the touch.
Basically, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It would take more than one action of it. So, Vol, do you try to open the northern
if we
door?
have one that's not that's a cantrip, so we can stand there for a minute and do it.
I mean, it's not a cantrip, but there's limited charges that this thing can expend. So
There's limited or unlimited.
It
limited.
is limited.
Okay. In that case, no. If it wasn't an unlimited charge thing, then I don't want to do it. Not worth it.
So while they're discussing the other stuff, Vol, do you try to open up either one of the other doors, or
Daddy.
wait
What'd you
for
say,
them to finish what they're doing?
What'd you say happened when I tried opening up that barred one?
Yes. Nothing happened. It just was describing more of the thing to you. There's certain 20 serpents along the sides with the bear, and the bear has an obsidian disc in its lower jaw, like it's like a piercing type thing. And it opens away from you, and it does seem to be stuck.
Like, I don't
It
think
means
that
you
would
have to give it
help.
a good push.
I'll push it.
Alright, you give it a good push, and as you do, everybody's going to hear this. All of a sudden, there's a grinding noise. As you notice from between the serpents, the negative space of the serpents was actually hands that come out in stone and grab you firmly. And it is keeping you in place. You can attempt to wiggle your way out, or ask for aid to get out, because you cannot push it out by yourself.
What would I have to roll to wiggle out?
Dexterity saving throw?
Oh,
Or acrobatics?
well, either or sucks. I can't just use my good charm.
You can try to wiggle out yourself, but you can tell it's going to take more than just you.
Okay.
And in fact, the way you're wiggling, you're not able to add much to it.
Okay, then I'll ask for help.
Roleplay it.
Guys, I'm kind of stuck. Can someone help me out here?
That's what she said.
How did you get stuck?
Well, I touched something, it went bang, and then this thing grabbed me.
That's a very scientific way of putting it, I guess.
All right, so as you're saying that, you can see Tupac roll his eyes with his entire body, and walks over and grabs one set of the arms, and looks at Gruck.
I totally forgot his name was Tupac.
I'll grab the other one.
California love.
So you guys will grab him, and between the two of you, you're able to start prying it back. It's been about half a minute of you guys since he has gotten caught to when you guys are almost done. You're pretty sure another round you'll be able to get it done. When you can hear a and you notice below his feet and below Tupac's feet is starting to open a pit. If you want to open it before it goes all the way, athletics check. At advantage, because you do have help. Gruck.
So, hold on a second. Is it us prying this open that is opening the pit, or is it the weight is opening up the pit?
You're pretty sure it was a wait. A certain amount of time. Leave it alone now, okay? No, we're leaving that alone. Just roll the dice. Watch. You can do this. Here, watch. See? You can do this and go. Just like that. Yeah, isn't that a wonderful thing? Do you see that look of joy? D&D player.
Atta girl.
She enjoys spending time with Daddy. I'm sorry. So yeah, you're pretty sure it's the weight. In athletics check, all right, you're prying. It is starting to come open. It is now actually starting to move under your feet as well. I'm gonna need. You guys are able to get it open. Vol, the arms are starting to rapidly shut back, so you're gonna have to do something because you're gonna fall straight into this pit. And Gruck and Tupac are trying to jump out of the way.
Check doesn't work.
Yes, you heard the choo-choo, Clay?
I was just gonna ask, is that you guys or?
It's not me.
No, it's probably the one running past the house.
Okay.
So you can hear the choo-choo, though.
Oh yeah, this mic picks it up pretty well. I should probably try to make some sort of adjustment to it.
All right, so dexterity saving throw for you, Gruck. It's a low DC, so you should be fine still. And
Yeah,
Vol,
I don't know about that.
Vol, what do you want to do to get out? Never mind.
Somehow, like, grab the arms and put myself like above them.
They are closing into the wall again, and they were flush before.
Oh, well then I'll just grab the arms and throw myself forward, away from the pit.
So, so you're gonna try to use a strength check, is what you're doing.
Sure.
You're right, Chloe. There are numbers on there. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check. What you're going to do is you're going to push off one of the arms as you're doing it and try to press yourself in the wall corner-wise. And then you try kicking yourself back.
So that athletics check, what was that for then? You told me to roll athletics a while ago.
Oh, I was telling Gruck to. We can use that athletics check. You have such a good athletics anyway. You're able to press yourself into the corner, like American Ninja style, and then able to push yourself back as a leap. As you're leaping back, though, you're watching Gruck falling in. You could try to make a dexterity save to grab him. As he's falling in, just to make sure you know this, it looks like it's a fairly deep pit, about 15 feet, and it looks like the bottom of it is covered in spikes.
Shit.
Can I? How close am I to this? Just out of curiosity.
You've never really entered the room too much. You kind of entered and looked at the south end, so you're probably more on that end of the room.
So I don't have any kind of time to get anything done?
Not really, no. This is all kind of happening instantaneously. You could Misty Step there and get something done.
Well, because the idea was to switch, if I could get somehow in between him and the pit, get him out, and then Misty Step out where I hit the spikes. It's more where I was going with that.
Can I try to make a jump for it around here, and use my pole to try and help him to grab it?
You certainly may. And Pink, what are you doing? Sorry, I was talking with Chloe.
Like, the idea is if I can get there quickly enough to, like, push him out of the way, even if it means I'm going to fall in, then I can Misty Step out.
Yeah, no, that's... Without using Misty Step to get there, no.
I have two, but I don't know if you're going to count that as too much time because it's only 15 feet.
Let's see what he does with a dexterity saving throw, or if Vol even wants to try to grab Gruck as he's flying past him.
Okay.
Let's see how he does on that first.
Do I roll anything?
We're gonna let Gruck try this first.
Okay.
What am I trying?
Or not Gruck, Vol, sorry. Vol. Do a dexterity saving throw. If you want to... Alright, so that's enough. You're going to grab him as you're coming back, and you're able to pull just enough that Gruck has another chance, you know, like you're teetering at the edge type thing. Go ahead and roll another dexterity check. Now, this is a point where somebody could react to get there in time to stop him from falling. Gruck, you're like impacting and sliding on the ground.
I'm gonna try and do something about it.
I'm there. Like, no matter what happens, I'm going to get there and I'm going to get him out of the way. If I have to use a Misty Step to get there, and then hope.
You're able to Misty Step and grab him. His weight's a little much for you, but Zach gets over there and helps you with the rest of it, pulling him back up. So that was fun.
And that is how a new friendship has blossomed. Basically.
No, because once he's back on sturdy ground, I'm going to be like, the only person that gets to kill you is me. And then I will wipe some of the dust off of his shoulder and turn around and walk away.
Thanks for the help, guys. And for the record, when the time comes, I will accept that challenge.
Who says he's going to do it with your knowledge? Unfortunately, I don't think Saxon's the kind of person that looks at you and go, you don't know much about me. But if I can kill you, you're going to be doing it facing me with a weapon in your hand. I don't think that's Saxon.
Well, yeah, but it depends on
what
how
movie
you
was
take...
that from?
OOC, it depends on how you take my words. Because Basically, what I just said was the time will come where I will accept the challenge that he just issued me.
Oh, okay. But what movie was that from? Does anybody remember?
There's like plenty of movies that have similar lines.
It's gonna bug me till I figure it out.
What was it?
You don't
The
know
only
much
one
about
who
me.
gets to kill you.
No, you don't know much about me. But if you're, but let me tell you, if I'm gonna kill you, you're gonna be facing me, and you will have, and you'll be armed or something like that.
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Now I'm thinking I've heard it, but I got nothing.
Maybe
Yeah,
it'll pop into my head.
I'll have to look it up later. All right, so one door down. Do you dare try one of the other two? Oh, you
Well, we
actually
still
can
have-
do your axe strike, didn't you?
Yeah, we still have gold victory from the other one, but
Go ahead and do that roll.
well, maybe people, we should all like prepare for something to happen because assuming
that Zach translated to everybody, it does say, beyond this door is death. So, we should probably prepare actions.
You did say that there are some kind of element of abjuration.
It had a glyph, basically to hold the door shut. So removing it will unlock the door, and it will be able to be opened at that point.
Okay.
It's Firefly.
That's where it's from.
You don't know me, son, so let me explain this to you once. If I ever kill you, you'll be awake, you'll be facing me, and you'll be armed.
First episode of Firefly, that's right. At the very end. I knew the line was awesome and from an awesome thing. I just couldn't place where it was from.
I think the problem is that, there's so many lines that are similar to that I'm like, was trying to get as close to the exact quote as what you told me,
Yeah,
and then work from that.
yeah. And also
Yeah,
working with,
Firefly,
what
yeah.
I've seen. I need to rewatch Firefly. I've been saying that for like a couple months now.
I can't. Like, I've seen it once. I love it. I've seen it like 3 times. I love it, but like, again, like every time I get to the final episode, I'm just sad.
I know that's why I don't like watching it, but I'm
Haven't you
going to
heard?
watch it again now.
What?
Didn't you hear Netflix bought the rights?
Yeah, but okay. One, is everybody available to do it?
Everybody except for one.
Who?
Wash.
Okay, if they decided to bring Wash back, like they could just bring it back. I'm not going to freak out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's dead in the story. That's the only reason why not. But
No, that's
man,
what
I
I'm
love
saying.
Wash.
If they just brought him back and he was suddenly there, like totally cool with it. My biggest question is, you got to figure. I know Nathan Fillion's probably free now, but Joss Whedon still got like contractual obligations with Marvel.
When he's done with Marvel, he's planning on going back to it, though. Like, he's all gung-ho for it. Technically, also, there is one other person that won't be back, which is...
Church is dead.
Shepherd.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's because
Like-
the actor has died.
The actors died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a very sad thing. But,
I never watched Firefly.
oh...
Do it.
It is the most beautiful and sad thing at the same time. It is, like, I still get all chills when I hear the theme song pop on.
Like, no matter what, top 5 best TV shows ever, and it's only 1 season long.
Yeah. And it firmly holds my best sci-fi.
How
Which
many
is
episodes?
surprising because I love Star Wars so much.
Was it 13?
13 episodes in a movie.
13 episodes in a movie.
There's also about 3 dozen comic books out. All right, so back to the thing. Gold. Do you try to slice it off? What are you doing?
I intend to just hit it with my axe, and then I'm hoping somebody's there to catch it.
Swing away.
I'm going to give him pointers.
You're giving him pointers. Okay, so you have advantage now on the strike. Is
And we're
anybody
gonna
else doing
draw-
anything?
We're gonna draw like an X,
Perfect
like in magic marker, like right there. Also, technically, with guiding strike, it says that I can choose to whether or not to use it after the roll is made, but before I know it's going to hit.
Yep.
So I'm assuming this is going to be kind of DC related. So if
I'm going to
roll
not
high,
say
then I
anything
can
and let
choose
you
not to.
choose after you roll.
Okay. I wanted to clarify that point.
Now, does anybody else want to add anything else to it before you do the strike? All right, go ahead and roll.
I mean, I don't use
fine,
the
no,
spell
hang
slot,
on,
otherwise
I'll
I
give
could use
How
blast.
many times do I have Bardic Inspiration today?
You have it a number of times equal to your charisma modifier.
Okay, I'll give Bardic Inspiration. We could use the gold.
That's a good chunk of gold. That'll pay for a lot of repairs at the place or set up for a new business very nicely. So you will have a D6 on top of your roll immediately. Unless it's really good, then hold on to it.
It
But
expires
you are
in
at
10
advantage
minutes.
to attack as well. Just so
Yep, I've got
remember.
that.
Okay.
I've got that in. Everybody ready?
Let's see how you do.
Yeah.
I
Use everything. Use it.
I don't know.
To
I'm
make
pretty
sure.
confident.
Just
I'm
to
pretty
make sure.
confident about that. Yeah,
Keep
but
in mind that we're going to lose a lot of money if you miss and crack the thing.
right, but that plus 10 is only like once per long rest. It's not like we're going to
Doesn't
get
matter.
Short rest.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, yeah, it is short rest, and you're right anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use that at 10.
All right,
And
what
the
about
bardic
the bardic
inspiration?
inspiration?
I don't know, like a
31.
31. Do we
Keep in
need
mind
more?
that the Bardic Inspiration expires in 10 minutes.
But you are
Well,
also
yeah.
warned not that death is beyond the door, so there's probably a good chance you'll get to use it in a minute anyway.
I mean, man's got a point.
So you strike. Are you going with the strike as it is?
Make it a 31, adding
The guided strike to it.
All right, you strike. You can hear people tensing. The axe goes perfectly to the spot it needs to, and you can hear the of it breaking it off the door. You can see the magic dispel through the door as it does. The disc starts to fall. Now for the fun part. Who was catching it?
I am catching it.
All right.
As I would like to point this out before you do everything else. Immediately after the hit and it separates and the disc begins to fall, I'm gonna kiss my axe.
All right. All right. So it's falling. Give me a athletics check. It's only
Not
weighs 5
dexterity?
pounds. It's a good amount, but it's a large. So, athletics check to make sure you're at the right spot. And,
Can't I use dexterity?
Well, you mean a dexterity saving throw?
No, like anything dexterity based. That's why I went in.
Well, that's why athletics or not. I meant acrobatics.
Then can I use sleight of hand?
No, because you're not really trying to sleight it. Acrobatics is going to be the best you're going to get. It's at least a dexterity-based check.
Okay, 24.
Yeah, you're able to get underneath it quickly and catch it, and then Vol's able to help you pick it up. It is large. It is about 1.5 feet in diameter.
When I heard athletics, I shot a brick. I had a -1.
Oh man, or 1 foot in diameter. Sorry, it's 1 foot. So it's still fairly large and weighs a good amount still, but it's large enough that you can put it, or small enough that you can put it into a pack.
Where is the bag of holding?
still in that room being filled with dust. That's right. There's a spot on either mine or Vol's back for it.
I mean, we should just place it in the bag of holding because this is. Let's not try and break it by mistake, basically.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing, but it's all the way over there, and I'm pretty sure we don't have time to go put it in there right now. Not to mention, it's full of dust.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
Yeah, but this little thing, it's basically worth a fortune. And we're not taking poison damage anymore.
I'm aware. I
You can
understand.
just rest it against the wall for now, and then when you're done with the death, you can.
That is, I feel like that is every bit as vulnerable, because then you never know what might happen to it.
Tupac reaches his hands out.
Okay, but don't scratch it.
Retracts his claws. So you hand it to Tupac?
Yeah.
He'll start wandering off.
Where?
Down the hall.
Yeah, he just got his payday. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's like,
Where's
fuck
he
you guys, I'm
going?
out.
I'm not gonna say it, but I'll tell everybody right now what I'm thinking. If he disappears with it, I'm gonna hunt that cat down, and I'm going to eviscerate him.
We're going to skin him alive.
I'm gonna make a boot out of his ass.
All right. So what do you guys do while he's wandering off?
If we have a moment before something tries to kill us, I'm gonna prepare to defend myself.
All right. Well, the doors are
Not that I know what's.
You have
I'm
to
still
actually open
Going
the doors.
inside first.
I'm standing on this side of the door, but I will prepare to defend myself on this side of the door.
All right. Who's opening them?
Can I just say, John, it really looked like you were drinking a beer there for a second.
It's a red beer.
Like, it's dark in that room.
Oh,
Red beer is
Like-
actually a thing, though.
I mean, yeah, but
You
I
live in
could drink
Nebraska,
this
they
all
think
day
that's delicious.
without being drunk. I never really got into it that much, but I mean,
Don't get me wrong. I guess it might be an acquired. It just looks so gross.
It's actually, it helps with hangover.
Ugh.
Like, you can
Tomato
drink
juice
the
and
whole
beer just does not sound appetizing to me.
Like, once you get used to it, it's fine, and you can drink the holy piss out of it and never get hungover.
See, I'd rather do the orange juice and beer.
no, I never did like that. But when I was young, I never
I
got
did.
hangover, so it never mattered. It didn't never matter to me.
And see, I can't do the orange juice and beer. Tomato beer I can do, and yeah, you can drink 50 beers and not get, or at least I can drink 50 beers and not get hungover.
Fell asleep.
Tomato juice.
Did he fall asleep, or did he just not come back?
He looks like that.
I don't have that up.
Do you what?
Who? What now?
For a second there, he was looking like he fell asleep.
Me?
No, Vol.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean,
just,
which tablet is that?
I mean,
the iPad Pro,
Okay. How's it work for sketching?
amazing. Like the Apple Pencil is, like I can't.
Here, hold it at a little different of an angle. I couldn't see what.
So pretty much like if I go like this, okay, like
It's pressure sensitive.
yeah, pressure sensitive, so I can draw really heavy or really light.
Does it work with Photoshop on there?
Yeah,
So you
And
can
then-
do layers and everything.
yeah, and also it works just like a pencil. You can't.
oh wow,
Why do you have an iPad?
shade it?
Oh, that is
Some-
gorgeous. Just for drawing, it's worth it just for drawing.
Wow.
Yeah. And I got it as a birthday gift, and I was really excited because I wanted just this. I wanted the 200 something gig, but financially I was only able to get the 64 gig. Well, my fiance went out and bought me the 500 something gig.
Woo!
I'm like, I love you. So yeah,
wait, you're getting married?
yeah.
You didn't see that on
Yeah.
Facebook?
Matt, when was the last time I was on Facebook?
I don't know. You read the stuff I send you occasionally.
Yeah, if you send it, like
Okay.
I did not know you were getting married. Congratulations.
Everyone
Look
else
at
is
that.
saying
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Vol.
When is the wedding, by the way?
Next April is
Next
what we're
April?
looking at.
Hey, that works. Spring wedding.
It's the 13th.
You're
of
talking not
April
this one or the one after? Like
after.
okay, so like a year and some odd. Okay.
Yeah. We wanted to make sure we had time to plan.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say because if you're talking this April, I'm like, wait a second, that's like, whoa.
In a month?
All right. All right. So, who's opening the door?
I guess I'll open it.
Do the honors.
All right. So you step forward, push the doors open.
It's
As
a
you're doing
kitten.
so, you will notice only when they fire. Perfectly concealed trap. It was
Oh, I forgot
undetectable.
to check for traps!
It is an undetectable trap, though, so you would not have been able to see it anyway.
Okay.
Because
Never
it's
mind.
hidden in the door frame itself. Alright, so as the door opens, you see some of the stucco break, and as the stucco breaks, it reveals 5 heavy crossbows that all at. Vol.
Being I have prepared to defend myself, can I get my shield in between him and the crossbows? Or at least some of it?
I will let you take at least 2 of them.
Put the gold thing in front.
It's already gone. Tupac took it, remember?
I
We'll never
know,
see him again.
but that
He
would have
ran
been
away with it.
hilarious. Oh shit! He lifts it up. Doop, 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 doop. Well, crap.
So 2 of them will go to you, Gruck, the first 2? The 20 hit you?
It does. It matches.
Jesus, a +6.
You will take 9 damage from that impact. That
And
was-
and hopefully I don't cause more of an issue.
Jesus, those rolls!
2 of those hit you, right? Because you have full
Yeah.
blade mail, right? Okay.
He didn't roll once under 10. Once he didn't roll under 10.
Hopefully I'm getting all these rolls out now so that you don't die to the next person.
Yeah, but we're going to roll shit next.
Alright, so you'll take a
Now
total
that
of 8
the door's
damage.
open.
Hey, I mean, at the very least, you got hit with 2. I got hit with 1, but I still took more damage. So I mean, that's something, right?
All right. So the impacts here, and so you now have you have 2 arrows in you, and he has 1 bolt in him.
Should I make my wisdom
Continue to
save
creep
now,
open.
or does that only apply if we're in combat?
In combat.
Okay, good.
I was concerned.
Removing them takes just a minor amount of. I'm gonna have to actually look into that now. I actually have a Wacom tablet. I love my Wacom tablet, but that looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's what I have also is on my desktop. I have that.
Love it. Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
I think it may be when he gets hit by an enemy.
It is when he gets hit by an enemy. That's why I said it's not combat related, so I'm not gonna count
Gotcha.
the traps. Beyond the door is a pillared porch overlooking a chamber that contains a model of a city. Areated on the porch are numerous clay statues of guards holding bronze-headed spears. The face of each statue is different, as if they were modeled from different subjects. Next to each statue is a small glazed clay pot. The walls are decorated with brightly colored frescoes depicting a royal court in ceremonial garb and a king arrayed with his armies. There's a chill in the chamber beyond, like that of a brisk winter morning. In the center of the room is an enormous tarnished copper raft, crafted to resemble a dragon, bearing a copper coffin. The raft is afloat on a sea of silvery white flowering silvery white flowering metal, fed by several rivers that trail along the floor of the room. The flowing liquid appears to be cool. Between the waterways, steeped pyramid temples rise skyward, in mute paean to the gods of the ancient omens. 3 of the pyramids appear to have tops that can be removed. In the rest of the area, a royal complex sprawls across the fields, and courtyards and ringed marketplaces dot the miniature countryside. There is a blight on this. There is a blight on the spectacle, however, for several of the models have been smashed and melted.
Can we see the room yet or not?
Oh yeah, I should. Sorry. There we go.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that. I thought I had already done that.
Where is the dragon-like statue?
I'm on the right layer.
There.
It's in the middle of the of these lakes.
Well, I'll just walk on towards it.
All right, who was the first one to step in?
Me, because I opened the door.
I think we should watch that dragon-like statue like a hawk.
Okay, but who was the first person to step in? I'm sorry, I didn't see because all the tokens moved at once.
I thought it was me because I opened the doors.
I will give Vol the first chance to walk in. That is fine. So you take a step inside, and you start to realize very quickly that this is not a chamber you want to be stepping into first. Give me a DC or a dexterity saving throw.
Damn it. Come on, nat 20. Huh?
Alright. I gotta actually look up the spell. Hold on.
Did I pass?
No.
Ah, Richard.
It's higher than 16, Jesus.
Man, I wish we could play in person again. I miss it so much.
Me too.
Truth.
Have you seen D&D Beyond? Oh my god, dude. It makes it so nice and easy to make characters and keep track of it all. Like on a tablet or a phone now. It's... Oh, I just...
Well, like, to be fair, holding a character sheet, I mean, we meet up at your house once a week, and we needed to keep, like one of those thin folders, and that had everybody's things in it.
Yeah. It's
Like,
just
it's not like D&D was that difficult to keep track of.
The
Except
reason
the
I
only
like
bad
D&D
part was the
Beyond, though,
rolling of
is
dice.
you can look up every spell, every item, every ability, everything on that one on your character sheet. It's all
Yeah, but
accessible.
if you go that route, it loses its flavor,
It
basically,
does
than playing
a little
in
bit.
person.
Pen and
some
paper,
it might.
baby.
For some, it might. I also like the ability to be able to whisper people privately or send messages to them.
See,
via the-
that I'm cool with, because there's, like, the problem was there were so many times that we had to, like, okay, you and me, we need to go into the other room for a minute, or any of that stuff. Like, I totally get the...
And if the
the
DM has it
usefulness-
pre-typed up, it just sends it in Discord right to the person privately.
Yeah, having something like that, totally useful. My only issue is, like, the digitization of something that was always meant to be not digital. Like, even this is kind of
Well,
a bastardized version of D.
I will agree
The
with
nice-
that part.
The nice part about 5th edition was the condensing the dice rolls for attacks and damage.
This is true.
That it definitely
Yeah, it doesn't
did.
take so bloody long to get through a combat.
That is true.
Yeah,
Although I
but
do
if you-
understand that it's a different day and age, so
Oh,
adapting
God.
with the times is necessary.
No,
Especially
it's
for the-
not. Fuck that.
For the newest generation, it is to continue to make sales. Unfortunately,
Are we the
24
newest
damage of
generation?
fire, as the entire line of the doorway now has a giant pume of fire, a wall there standing in front of you. You
Oh,
do knock.
nice.
You do jump. You can jump forward or backwards, Volt, as the fire does engulf that area. It's the 5-foot stretch in front of the door, all the way from wall to wall. So everybody else is in the hallway still as this is happening.
Huh. So I probably don't want to jump forward.
You can if you'd like.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll jump forward.
All right, so you are in the room.
You're going to be alone with the dragon.
The the fire is going to continue to burn. How long do you guys?
We don't need no water.
Do you have Dispel Magic?
No.
Ah,
Oh wait. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I forgot.
Dispel that fire then.
But is it actually magical flame though?
I mean, if it would have been a
Almost
trap, I
like
would have seen it most likely.
That works.
Mechanical one.
I mean, it
gonna
could
bring
just be a
my,
mechanical
my pockets
trap
and
with a
they're on the
ignition
comics.
point.
That's why I'm saying I most likely would have seen it. Is there a gap in the ground where the fire is coming from?
Nope, it is magical. He stepped on a glyph, which didn't activate until someone stepped on it.
So just dispel it.
Is it worth the level 3 spell slot?
Give me an arcane check.
I'm going to give him advantage if you allow me, as I'm proficient.
If you're proficient, then you'd be better to make the arcane check because I'm not.
Either one of you can make it. Like you're looking at the fire.
Can I aid him in his check?
It'd be one way or the other, basically. How about you just both make it? It's kind of like advantage, kind of.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, Grook, you know exactly.
Oh, I forgot.
That's why you should have
I
taken
still
the
had-
advantage.
I still had it selected for advantage, so the second roll technically wouldn't count.
No, it would not. So you both roll a 9.
Can I have the second hero?
So you guys aren't exactly sure what it is, but as you're debating it, you guys are debating back and forth about whether you should use this extra spell slot. Roughly a minute passes, and it just disappears.
Well,
Now-
thank goodness for that.
A full minute. Vol, what do you do while you're in there? You have a full minute. Loot like crazy before they see what's going on.
I mean, yeah.
That's what a rogue would do.
Tuck your tail between your legs and cry.
So there's a silvery liquid flowing rivers and lake there in the middle. The little city. Some things are melted. The dragon statue in the middle with the coffin.
Oh, it's gonna come to life.
There's even up you with your angle you can even see up into here, over here. There's an alcove framed by pillars. Stands a stone bench on which is a shriveled corpse. Huddles. Scattered along its feet are various trinkets.
Because I changed. I guess, yeah.
There's no puns for me today. He's actually watching.
Anyway. I'm going to actually walk towards the sarcophagi.
Okay, that is a silvery lake. It is liquid actually, over there.
I can walk on it.
You can walk on it. That is right. I forgot you had the ring of water walking. Although when you do place your first foot on it, which does stay on top, you can feel it heating up the metal on the bottom of your metal boot, and it hurts. You will take a d6 damage for that.
How
So
are
you
you
could
doing
walk on it,
HP
but
wise?
every step is going to do a d6 damage.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I am at 14 health.
You should heal yourself
So you do have
before you step on something else.
All I have is a med kit.
you do have lay on hands
That's what I was
and all
talking
your
about.
spells. You guys had a full rest.
Oh. Okay, well then I will use 3 lay on hands. That's 15. Right.
Well, it's you get 5 times your level, and you can use as many points or as few points in a go. You can use just one if you wanted to,
Or all of them.
or all of them in one go. I always recommend keeping at least 1 for a backup, 5 for a disease. So I would save at least 6 personally.
I only have 5. Because I'm only level 5.
No, you're level
You
5.
have
You get 5
25.
times 5, so you have 25. 25 points of healing you could use.
Oh, okay.
It's not like 3.5 where it was like 1 charge did this.
Okay. Now you will heal.
My God,
Decisions,
I don't know these
decisions. Should I use them all or just snack a bit on them?
I'm just going to heal 15.
Okay. So you'll heal 15. Okay. So you have 10 points of lay on hands left, which is good. It's a good solid amount. All right.
And
So
then-
you're not actually walking there 'cause you took a step and you realized it hurt, so you stopped.
Yeah.
So
Can I use my...
it does have a small ledge. You could probably jump across it.
Sure.
Although, hold on one second. Let me make sure I. As you're looking over there, you can see the lid is shifting and slowly moving off. It'll be off before the fire fades.
Well, then I will jump on top, like jump over to it and try to stab whatever's inside it.
As you go to jump over there, the lid falls off finally, and you see the person sit up, and you stop, hesitating for a moment, because you recognize who sits up from the coffin.
I recognize him?
You recognize him as one of your battle mates from back in the days of your past, from the war. He was your right-hand man. You may even call him your best friend at the time. You know he was killed in the battle, in the last battle you two fought together with. He sits up and he looks at you. And you can see he looks just as surprised as you do. He climbs down and jumps over to your side. Standing in front of you. He's tilting his head, looking at you strangely. You can see the look of confusion on his face, which is also adorning yours, literally.
All right, this is weird. How did you get here?
Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. He's talking as he's walking around, looking at his body and everything, like just as confused. You can. It just. He seems in a daze, distant.
Can I? No.
Can I roll an insight on that?
You sure can.
Can we even see him?
You can see vaguely what's happening, and so it's going to be a disadvantage, but...
I think I have an idea.
I'll take it.
But
I'm gonna do one as well.
Like, he's holding his same...
What? And he got a 24.
He's holding his same glaive that he had before. And he's... Everything, he's just walking, he's like within 5 feet of you, and he's... Where are we? Gruck, you can hear what's coming in. No matter what you say, though, you can tell Vol doesn't hear you. Just so you know.
How much time has passed, by the way?
It's been 6 rounds. You need a total of 10.
Hang on.
So before the fire fades?
This is before the fire fades.
With disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
15.
So he asked you where we are. Did you answer him?
to be honest, I have no idea where we are. I just know we're in some temple in the middle of the, was it the Valley of Death or something like that? I forgot where we're at exactly, but I know we're in that temple, wherever. Like, talking to you guys right now, I don't know. I forgot the name of the valley that the temple's in.
The Valley of Death.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's where we're at.
Oh.
Other than that, I have no idea.
Unless I'm getting it wrong, it's an Olmen temple.
An Olmen temple, yes. And he nods, and he looks back, and as he does, he spins around quickly and brings his halberd down on you.
Yep, saw that coming.
This has advantage, by the way, so an 18 will hit you. As this attack, 22. And you will take, so the 16, 20 damage total, so it's a very good thing you healed yourself. Now, Gruck, do note, it hasn't faded yet. You could still dispel magic. You do know you could do that. You could also take the damage and just leap right through it.
And just charge through it?
You can.
I'm debating that.
So you've taken 2 good hits, and that will be initiative roll there, which technically should have happened just a moment ago, but I wanted to keep the element of surprise. You had a surprise round. Or he had a surprise round on you, basically.
That asshole.
Can I?
It's at this point, that second hit, your head gets turned, and you can see the silvery liquid. You can see his true form. He is definitely a doppelganger. Assuming the pose is something he saw in your mind.
I knew it.
Gruck, during that first round, he did attack on his turn. Like, it's because everybody else has basically the surprised action, so it would have been his turn he attacked. It is still that initiative round. You do have an action if you wanted to use it.
Yeah, I'm going to dispel the fire. I don't want to, but it has to be done.
So the fire is dispersed. As you wave your hands in the glyph, you can just see it just magically disperse from the center as a point as it just goes out. You also have your movement and a bonus action. Although I don't think you could do anything with your bonus action.
Definitely not after casting Dispel Magic.
So you book it up there into the room. It goes to the top of the round. Initiative. Saxon.
Given that we can actually rest now.
Yeah. Alright, so you're going to hex him? Alright.
I'm going to hex him.
That is your bonus action?
And...
Is that De Leon's?
It looks like De Leon's.
Yeah.
It's even better. It's El Rodeo.
Can you say that again? You broke
El
up
Rodeo?
briefly.
Yeah, El Rodeo.
Huh.
Better than De Leon's. That's impressive.
It's a bold statement, and it intrigues me greatly.
Man, I haven't had De Leon's in forever. I miss that place. So, all right. So Saxon, what are you? Hexton, what are you doing next?
I'm trying to think. I think it's... I'm trying to read this damn thing, but it keeps glitching out on me. What kind of save is that? Wisdom abilities, by the way.
All right. Okay. Wisdom abilities. Okay.
Yeah. And then Hex still counts as a bonus action, so I can still cast Eldritch Blast, right?
You sure can. All right. That will hit. You get 2 blast, actually. And that will hit as well. Give me 2 hexes, so 2d6 more.
$20.
20 damage altogether. He takes the impact and looks up quickly over there, seeing his, seeing the trap.
I still get 5 words, right?
What?
I still get 5 words, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mind shit's mind move, fucker. Lick him the finger.
All right, Zach, it is your turn.
I'll hide behind the pillar and shoot an arrow at him.
All right. Go ahead and fire. Give me a hide check first, too, right away. Or, never mind. His passive perception is... Yeah, I was going to say never mind, because if you roll anything but a natural 1, you're hidden, so you'll just need to roll it to make sure you don't roll a natural 1. And then give me an attack with advantage. That will hit.
20.
20 damage. Alright, so he takes another good chunk. You can hear a roar and a snarl as Tupac comes running right past you and into the room.
I hope he didn't drop the gold.
Running
I
on all
hope he
4
didn't
legs.
put it into the stuffed cat. Because he doesn't like us touching that cat.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to kill him.
That would be hilarious.
All right, I do have something to say to you, Greed. Get out of my head.
What? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he went and put it in his cat.
Really?
He's like, I'll keep it safe, is what he said, and you gave it to him, so he went, opened up the cat, put it in there, restitched it shut. It's safe.
Oh, God! I hope he takes it out. That's what it is.
Like, that's actually what had happened, and I was like, hee, this is gonna be funny in the future when they're like, where's it at? And he's like, it's safe. It's shiny. It's safe.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So he makes it that far, but he isn't able to attack. Vol.
So while
That's
this
good.
time he was teaching back the cat?
Yeah, he was just sitting there and he was stitching back together the cat. That's what he was doing.
What do I know about doppelgangers? Like, are they easily... Like, can I do damage with just a basic attack, or do I need to do magic?
Basic attack will work.
Okay.
They're just humanoid type figures.
You know what?
You're smiting them, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? Smite.
That works. Branding Smite, 2d6 radiant.
Alright.
And then Great Sword.
Alright. That'll hit. Roll
And
a
then
2d6.
What?
Are you using the smite?
Yeah. Oh, there it is. I think I'm doing it right.
20. What's with all the 20s?
I haven't gone yet. My damage is low.
So you go and you slice right through him. He falls in half of him falling into the liquid. Just bubbles, oozes, and smokes as he melts into the silvery liquid. Dead.
Alright. Fuck you.
Well, let's say
Shit.
that you won't get a chance.
I wish I wouldn't have used fucking Dispel Magic. We didn't need to rush in here after all. Or at least-
Yeah, you did.
At least not yet.
How many hit points do you have left, Vol?
9.
Yeah, he would have dropped in the next round most likely.
He'd have been fine.
So,
Now, can I jump into said sarcophagus?
yes,
Casket.
you can.
Don't you want, like, a heal or something? Because it may explode under you?
Well, sure, I guess.
I guess.
Do we have any potions left? Because I've used all of mine. I think Vol used all of his.
Yeah.
He has the big one.
No, he used the big one. I gave him the big one to use because we were using everything else.
How much
Yeah,
is
but
he
didn't
down?
he use, like, the small one? He had one small left.
I just have medkits left.
I
Yeah,
have
but
two.
medkits don't give you HP, I think.
Nope. Oh,
Technically, I have 2, but they are in the bag of holding.
are you
In the bag of dust.
sure I wasn't holding on to them?
Yeah. I was giving you big shit, not small shit.
Oh. Anyway,
so-
I'll just...
You're able to jump across though without a problem if you want to right now.
Yeah.
But you never know what's over there. So you look inside the coffin. inside the coffin, in scattered remains of whoever was once here, apparently finely dressed at the time, the doppelganger has clearly eaten the flesh and scattered the bones across the area inside. So, the ornaments that were once worn by the corpse are scattered amongst the inside of there. You can pull them out and toss them back. I'm just going to link it because it's easier, and you can put it into your thing then. Those are the things you find there. In addition to that, there is, near the crook of the elbow of the corpse, a baton of granite. The baton is a scroll case. It has a cleverly fashioned plug. So you'll have to figure out how to get that off, but it is a scroll case.
Very intriguing.
And in addition to that, the skull of the creature, person, whoever it was, is adorned with a feathered mask.
Like an artifact?
Yeah.
Can I check it?
Still in really good condition. Oh, you don't see it over there. But Vol does.
I pick it up and show it to Grok and ask him if he can.
I was hoping you would just take it and put it on and be like...
Maybe it's the mask from the mask.
That's what I was thinking.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be
So
awesome.
you take it out and toss it to Grok, or just show it to Grok?
Show it to Grok and see if he can detect anything magical with it or anything.
Do you cast Detect Magic?
I mean,
I guess I could do that.
I could too, but
Do you
it
have
would
Detect
take
Magic, Vol?
it would take a while.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, you could just cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Alright, so you will use one of your spell slots. You cast Detect Magic. Yes, it is reading is magical, as is the the scroll case. In addition to that, as you're concentrating on it, you can see a ping of magic from up in the area at the feet of the corpse, the weathered corpse up here. However, past that, you do not detect any other magic.
Can I have the mask? I wanna put it on. Maybe I'll transform.
Did you say there
You're
was
already
some
transforming into something. You don't need to transform into another thing.
Dude, that would be awesome.
That's why I wanna try it.
Just like an amalgam. He just becomes this chimera of like weird demon vampire things.
That'll be awesome.
So, Vol, it's registering as magic. What do you do?
I try to look it at the bright side. I'm ageless.
Is this that where you said the magic was coming from? Did you say there was pieces of the corpse there?
There is a weathered corpse sitting on a throne up here. Looks like it was once a sacrifice. And there is some magic. It's radiating from the feet of the area of it. Plus the magic in the scroll case you're holding and the mask that is in your hand.
And they're all radiating magic and somehow drawing towards that sacrifice?
No, not drawing towards it. It's just your eyes were drawn there. Because, like, magic, when you're using Detect Magic, glows. So you can see all the magic in this room. And that's all the magic you're seeing.
Okay.
You wanna? Well, no, I don't. I don't want you to toss it over. Never mind. Never mind.
I want to try it. I want to try it.
I'll just pocket it for now, and I'm going to run over here and check this thing out.
While that's going on, I would like to perform an experiment, if I may.
Put it on.
No, that's not it because I don't have it. Completely
That's
separate
dope,
with
dude.
the.
Isn't it? I got it because I was playing a Warforged in a game, and it was with video, so the entire game I just wore this and talked as a Warforged. It was so much fun.
Like, that's an awesome mask.
That's why I bought it. Like, I'm actually thinking about adapting it to a Sith, part of my Sith cosplay.
If you do, you're gonna have to paint the whole thing black.
Not necessarily. I was gonna actually just put what looks like war paint on it, like paint war paint on it. keep it as a silver because it's got kind of like that silvered look to it, like it's made out of metal.
Okay.
It's actually for airsoft.
How,
Makes me wanna play
what's it
airsoft.
made out of?
Oh, it's plastic and rubber. Like it's just to protect your eyes mostly, eyes and face.
That's a dope mask.
It was actually not unreasonably priced. But it's have you seen the pictures of Chloe wearing this?
No?
Oh my gosh, dude! It's like the most adorable thing. When you come here, I'll have to put it on her. She loves to put it on, and she just runs around going, "Rah!"
I love that child.
It is so much bigger than her head. It makes her look like a little chibi anime character. But yeah, she loves this thing.
Nice.
So, put on the mask. Put on the mask.
I want to put it on.
Or toss it to somebody that'll put it on. Come on, do it.
Don't toss it because
You
you've
wanna do it.
already seen what happens when you step on the silver liquid. Which, by the way, I'm going to take my old battle axe, the one that I'm no longer using, and dip the head of it into the silver liquid and pull it back out again.
You'll pull it out. Part of it has worn away from that very brief encounter, but the rest of it is crusted with the metal of whatever it is, which is slowly cooling on the axe. It also smelled really nasty when you put your metal in there.
I'm going to wait for it to cool and then determine what kind of metal it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out the body first of this corpse over here, and then then I'll probably put the mask on, or at least see what it does.
All right. So, over there, you'll find quite a bit of treasure done around there. The figure, you can see now, is of an adolescent male whose heart has been obviously cut out. You're guessing it was part of some type of ritual. Be it a disturbing ritual, it was a ritual. There are items around the corpse's feet. Several.
What's the magic coming from?
It's an agate carved in the shape of a heart.
Yeah. Yes? No?
Oh, wait, sorry, did you say something?
Yeah, I said, can I pick it up?
Oh, yeah, you can. I didn't hear that come through. Yeah, you can pick it up. And you're looking at it. You're not exactly sure what it is. But while you're holding it, you feel really good. You feel like you can accomplish anything with it.
There was like a certain amount of husk in your voice right then that made me very uncomfortable.
But you do. You feel like the level of your confidence, which is already extreme to begin with, has increased. You feel like you can do almost anything. You feel lucky.
What, all of this from a stone?
This is the stone he just picked up. Like you remember, like you've seen Harry Potter and read the books, I'm assuming. So you know when he takes that potion, same type of thing going on. Like you have that feeling. You're just like, I have a really good feeling about this.
What school of magic is it from?
I should be here.
Yeah, I feel like it's just. So, like, it's that type of thing. Is the feelings you're getting from it.
I hold on to it and keep it. I don't know.
All right.
And now I will try putting on the mask.
All right. So you put on the mask and you look around the room. Who do you look at first? There's 4 people in the room.
Including the corpse?
Oh, well, half the corpse is there still.
So 4.5 men.
I look at... Wait a minute, 4.
Oh, 3.5 men, my bad.
Who's
And
the fourth?
Tupac.
There's Tupac.
Oh,
Tupac is not a man. Not anymore.
I look at Saxon.
What?
So You see him, he turns around, he has a stone-shaped heart, he puts it in his pocket, he puts on the mask. Saxon, you're now looking at yourself. Vol, Saxon's staring at you weirdly, you don't know why.
What's going on? How's it look?
There's something different about you. I can't quite put my thumb on it.
So, what does
Okay.
And Zach, I was waiting to answer until you saw what it did, so.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of pickpocketing him for the mask. Yeah.
So yeah, does anybody
Okay,
tell you something
So
different?
what
You
Saxon
could-
knows,
Hmm?
like I'm trying not to metagame anything. Saxon sees Wool pick up this stone, put it in his pocket, put a mask on, turn around, and now it's like I'm looking in a mirror.
No, it's he put the stone in his pocket, and you watched him put the mask on, and he was looking at you when he did, and when he did, he transformed into you.
Even his armor?
As
So
though it were something that I like when I do it.
Yeah,
Same
exactly. It
general
looks
principle?
just like when you cast that.
Is anybody else seeing what I'm
Does yeah, I was just about to ask.
Everybody
that. Does
sees him
Vol
looking like
now
Saxon now.
appear to be Saxon.
Yes.
Huh.
I have the power?
Okay, hang on, because we're gonna do an experiment.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Vol, look at Tupac now.
You still look like Saxon.
Take the mask off, put it back on.
Okay.
You take the mask off. Who are you thinking about when you put it back on?
I guess Tupac, because they told me to think about Tupac.
You look like Tupac when you put it on. You can look in the silvery liquid and see that.
Whoa! Holy shit!
Wow, that is a powerful freaking mask. Okay, do you have to actually look at the person in order to become the person?
Take the
Are
mask
you
off and
saying-
think about someone. Do you want to try that?
No, hang on. Think
Yeah.
about someone with the mask still on.
Ambrosia.
Turn and look at Gruck
Okay.
with the mask on. Are you thinking about Gruck?
Yeah.
Does anything change?
No, he still looks that way.
Okay, then take the mask off. Think about Ambrosia. Put the mask back on.
Okay.
Make a wisdom save as you do this one. Just this is just me wanting to screw with things.
No, because if he thinks about Ambrosia, there's a question I'm specifically going to ask.
There is a derogatory comment.
All right, so you're able to, as you're putting on, you have a flash of a moment in your mind as you think about the goddess that you and Saxon entertained earlier the day before. But you're able to focus your mind again back on Ambrosia as you put on the mask, and you look like Ambrosia.
Okay,
You saw
now
last.
take
is
off your
he
pants and bend
anatomic?
over.
Is he anatomically correct?
You try to take off the clothing; it's like part of your skin.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's a disappointment for someone.
I mean,
In other words, you have to know the anatomically correct to do it, because alter self or disguise self basically produces the clothing, and it's part of
Yes,
the
I
illusion.
was just curious.
So,
Actually, that brings up the next point. Can I go over and inspect him? Can I see through this in any way without casting magic to it?
yeah, if you go to touch him, you actually encounter touching him before you get to the illusion, because he's larger than Ambrosia.
Right.
Huh. I like this mask.
And the best part about that, doesn't need attunement. Anybody can use it.
I'm gonna look around the room specifically to make eye contact with everybody. And it's like I cannot be the only one who thinks this could be Very useful.
Oh no!
For a paladin? Are you kidding? Okay, if Saxon is willing to bend, or not Saxon, if Vol is willing to bend his morals, he can make a shit ton of money with this mask. First off, he can cure disease, transform himself into any person that somebody wants to sleep with them, earn tons of money, cure himself of any diseases that might possibly happen, repair his bumhole, and make lots of money.
That face. It's like the realization just hit him.
Or we can use it for
Espionage.
For a few seconds, he was like, "Holy shit!"
It's great because the only
kind of
person in
more
the party
down
that-
with Matt's idea, and that's immediately where my mind was going, and that's one of the reasons why I asked if he was anatomically correct.
Yeah. You would just have to make sure to... If he thinks about it, like, he could creatively come up with a solution, but it might not actually be the correct. Like, you know how it works. You have the spell, so...
I was making sure I knew what spell it was.
Yeah. And the funny thing, like I said, the funny thing about it, you're the only one in the party that doesn't want that item then, Saxon.
I don't need it.
Exactly.
I can do it at will.
Oh, and by the way, the mask, while it is human-shaped, it does have ferret-like qualities to it.
Huh.
So...
Is it made with any kind of human materials?
Nope, mostly feathers. And leather.
Okay. What kind of leather?
You're not sure.
Oh, it's not human skin.
It's not human skin. You can tell that much. It's from some type of furry creature. Possibly a ferret.
Has the metal on my axe cooled yet?
Yes, it has. And you can't quite determine what it is. It's a weird liquid. Let me see if there's a little more information on the liquid. Yeah, you're not sure what it is. It's cooler to the touch now, but it is still liquid. Like, you can still move it around.
Okay, I'm going to search the room for any kind of hidden traps or hidden doors, compartments, or treasure.
Well, you do know that a couple of the temples on the cityscape look like the tops could be removed. So
We go to those one by one. I'll keep an eye on you in case they're trapped.
the first one seems stuck. It looks like strength is going to be needed to remove the top.
You keep an eye on me while I remove it.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out.
Do you want me to roll the athletics?
Yes, I do.
I can give you some indication before if you want.
Advantage.
I would also like to guidance it.
Dude, Mastermind Rogue is now my absolute favorite just because of you, Greed. I don't care what other people say. The other rogues are good, but being able to give advantage to anybody at any time is just amazing.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to pop it open with a little twist, and you will find that stuff on the inside. 10 coin necklaces, 6 pairs of jade earplugs, an alabaster statue, and an agate ring.
How many chests did you say there are?
There are three buildings that look like they're able to be opened.
Okay.
Well, already this room has been pretty fantastic.
Yeah,
and that's not even including the
gold bar.
Yeah, the gold seal that we're going to have to hopefully not have to pry from Tupac's cold dead hands.
You guys were worried about it breaking. He put it around stuffing. Putting stuffing. It makes sense.
That's fair. Hopefully we don't have to pry it from his cold dead hands. I'll freely say that.
I don't want to.
But if it comes to it,
I don't want it to.
Maybe you want to wait until he helps.
the full moon.
Yeah, helps Zach first.
That would be ideal.
Nice crotch shot there.
What?
I was telling Vol, nice cross shot. Just like tilted
yeah.
it down.
Oh,
I'll check the next one, the second one.
thank you.
Alright. Give me a perception check on it, as you are.
Can I make investigation?
Yes.
Again, I'm
You-
gonna follow
Alright, so-
and ready in
22.
action to prepare for the worst.
This one, it's not strength-based. It actually looks like parts of it slide back and forth, and you'll be able to unlock it like a little puzzle. But as you're investigating it, you can figure out exactly how to do it. Clink, 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 you get it, and it pops off. You're able to remove the thing and put it to the side easily. You go to reach your hand in there, and you stop. You can see mechanical devices on the inside, too.
There's a trap inside.
Can you tell what activates it?
Can I?
Yeah, from that you can, yes.
Can we break in from the side and not activate it?
You
Can
can
I
smash
disarm
on the
it?
side, that's about the only way, because there's no way to disarm it. Either reach in, activate it, or break the whole entire thing and take the stuff.
Can I make a sleight of hand check to activate it and take my hand away?
Yes you can, but it's going to be difficult.
Would it be better to activate it with your stretchy stick?
That's true. I'll use the power pole. See if it arms the trap.
It
If
does.
it activates it.
As it does, mechanical things come in and grab it really quickly, and then you watch as needles come out and impact into the wood. 6 of them altogether.
Jesus.
And after it's done, it lets go, retracts, and you can see where the needles were. They are now empty. They had some poison of some sort or some type of liquid, green in origin, and it is still dripping down the staff.
Is
Green
it
liquid
broken?
is always poison.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or acid.
It's just
Is the-
kind of poison.
Is the power pole broken?
It won't retract now.
Oh,
It's stuck at whatever size it was.
And this is why I wasted a lot of money on this thing. This just...
You may be able to get it cleansed and it'll work again.
Put it in the liquid. See what happens.
Yes.
well,
put
that's
one stick in
wood.
the
If it
Do it.
if it melted the metal of my battle axe, then it'll probably just burn it away into nothing right off the bat.
Which would win in a fight? A lifetime of Jedi mortals pounded into your head and living the lifestyle, or the Darth Sidious saying "Do it" exactly once.
City is saying, do it. Duh.
What treasure do we find inside the coffer, by the way?
You can see that the when you go to reach your hand in, you can see the stuff starts to move again. It is going to grab you, and it's going to inject needles into you, but it's not going to give the poison if you grab the stuff. So it's that or smash. But what you can see in there, it looks like there's some coin necklaces, some bracelets, a figure of some sort.
Are the
That's- those are
needles
some
going
rings.
to? Are the needles going to be able to penetrate metal as well as it did the wood?
You can certainly find out.
With the 22 investigation, can I tell which are the soft points of the coffer to break it more easily?
Yes. Yeah, one good swipe from either Vol or Gruck at the point you point out, without even a roll, will smash it to where you need it to be.
Okay.
Let's get to it then.
By the way,
Sounds like
that's a good one to have avoided. It does 66 poison damage, and then in addition, you become poisoned, regardless if you succeed or fail, and you repeat the saving throw every...
With 66, if I would have taken the full damage, I would have died. Say it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Because I have
when you-
33
Well,
HP.
is it 66 as in the two numbers or 6 the letter
Six
T
dice
and then
six.
6? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you every 24 hours you'd have to roll it and take the damage again. And after that point you could become cured of it by passing it. But it takes 5 successful passes to end it, And until then, you have the poison condition, you're feverish and tremble, gibbers, and you throw up randomly, and have a hard time holding on to objects. That's a really mean one.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
my pole died for the greater good, basically.
Yeah, it was a worthy sacrifice. So that's what you find in there. There's also one more chest that you know of.
But I can still fix it, right?
If not, you can replace it. It was cheap.
How much did I pay for it?
100 gold, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I was just like it was 100 or 200 gold, something like that.
He tried selling it to me first.
By the way, you are saving all this information, right, Gruck?
I haven't put it in yet, but I'm going to go through as soon as we're done and delete the unnecessary words and move it over.
Okay, good. Because afterward, you're going to have to add up everything that you guys got. You guys are getting a lot of treasure here. So, all right. So the third chest.
Same thing. I want to check it out.
Catch on it. All right, so you can see there's a catch in there, kind of like the last one you just opened.
Can I use the pole again? Because this time it's stuck.
What's that?
Can I use the pole again, as it is stuck at 10 feet now, so it doesn't matter?
How far did you extend it when you did that, by the way? Or did you extend it, or just kind of stick it in? Because I mean, that's all you needed anyway. So it may be just stuck in its small form.
I mean, enough that I wouldn't need to get my hand into the coffer. So I don't know how much that is. So like what, 2 feet, 3 feet?
You didn't
like a cane, basically.
They're only like a foot tall, so you could have left it at its normal height. So you're able to press it with that if you'd like. You press into the cache, and I'm assuming you're Gruck, you said you're helping with it?
Yeah.
All right, so all of a sudden, 2 nozzles pop out and they spray at both of you.
With my prepared action, can I do anything to like pull us out of the way or something? To like grab him by the shoulders and dive back because I see something move at us?
You certainly can try. Give me a dex.
I will try. You never know. You never know. There might be gold in this roll.
Wait.
No.
Or not. Or not.
No.
Not gold, this kind of red.
These puffs of liquid. You guys jump and retch at first and then... Oh. That's actually very pleasant. It's like...
Wait, there's
like
no
a flower
for me?
perfume.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
I don't trust that.
Every time it presses, like if you press the button, everybody within 5 feet gets sprayed with, and I quote, a perfumed or flowered perfumed oil.
You're kidding.
No?
Can I make a nature check?
We're gonna die. Oh.
You sure can. But as you're pressing it, you realize you've only pressed in the button about halfway, and you felt it click, and you know it can press in further.
Further for what? More perfume?
Well, maybe that's it. Don't press it all the way. It's luring you in, man. Don't press it all the way.
It's luring people who want to smell good.
That's exactly what it's doing. I'm backing away. I will break it from the side. I will tear the whole thing down from the bottom up. I am not going anywhere near that again.
Alright, so you press it?
No.
You want to, I can hear it.
No.
Alright, so what do you do?
Is the chest embedded into the floor?
It is, yes.
We are going to break it bit by bit. Each wall of it.
So somebody smashed it?
Basically, without getting hit by the extra spray, whatever it is. I'm gonna give him some pointers.
Alright, so you're able to smash it in again. As you do, you're glad you did, because you realize if you kept pressing it in, there was another latch that was going to pop open the top and shoot darts at everybody until the entire lid was opened. So, and the darts seem to be scent tracted, so they attract to the person that had been sprayed. Magics.
Oh god.
That's what you find in that one. Looking around the room with your investigation, you're also able to find that the clay pots that are sealed with wax hold scented oils and perfumes, very similar to what you just got sprayed with. There are 20 such of these containers, weighing 10 pounds apiece, worth about 15 gold apiece.
Can we salvage the darts?
Unfortunately,
mechanism?
no. Their magic was spent when you shattered it. Several places that represent royal granaries in the model city are actually stone bins that hold aromatic woods and spices. If you take the time to gather that up, it'll weigh a total of 10 pounds. And so you'll have like cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla, and these are older ones, but they still have a beautiful scent to them. And after spending time to gather those up, that's what they're worth about 250 gold, but price that at point. And you've gotten everything that is to be looted in this room with your guys' investigation, and that is where we're gonna have to call it, gentlemen.
I think.
Oh shit!
I think we need a bag of holding.
Well, thankfully, most of it's jewelry. You can put it in a backpack or something, but you guys are definitely going to want to look into buying another bag of holding at some point. Maybe one for each party member, and one for Warwick.
Can I just... No, I want to see how this plays out before I say anything.
All
right, I will talk to you guys later.
So that is everything in that room. You guys just had a massive loot there. I'm going to be blunt. There is 2 more rooms on this floor, and you guys will be on to the last areas of this dungeon.
And
this has been a huge dungeon, but it's been very profitable. Now,
we dodged quite a few bullets as well.
There is one last thing I have to add at this point, and that is make sure to all level up before next week.
Really?
You guys have cleared out enough of this floor that you guys have actually leveled.
Okay.
Holy crap.
So, and completing this this mission will also level you again. This has been a very intense dungeon. So, as long as everybody survives, you guys will be able to be level 7 by the end of this.
Son of a bitch.
And guess who just became a master forger with expertise.
Ooh.
All right. So yeah.
All right.
Real quick, can I ask you a question though, Matt, regarding those darts? Is there any possibility that there would be remnants of that magic left over, even though we kind of ruined it by destroying everything?
Yes, there is. You actually could look into doing that. Taking some of those darts, you'd be able to take them back to Istal. He can probably extrapolate how to make it work. You will have to take a couple of those potion or those at least 1 or 2 of those flasks of oil that are 10 pounds,
right,
in order for him to figure out exactly what it's attracted to, because that scent or that glyph is specifically targeting that scent.
Perfect.
So, you'll be able to figure out how to make that all work and actually set it up as a trap for yourself, is what I'm assuming is what you want to do.
Well,
or
and experiment with the range on it as well. That's the other thing.
Grenade, throw a thing of perfume, open up a bag of darts.
Oh man, there are a lot of applications for that, and I cannot wait.
It is going to be it is expensive magic to set up, but it could be very interesting. So,
oh my god, can you imagine? You set a little trap in town in an alleyway somewhere. Somebody walks over it, steps on a bag that has the perfume, and then you just release a dart in town somewhere. That just fucking hits them.
Don't give Saxon more ideas of how to kill people.
What are you talking about? Like, I'm innocent. I was found innocent in the court of law.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone knows the truth.
I think you've pretty well spoiled that, just, with certain conversation going on through this dungeon.
What?
Like,
No,
you have
every time I bring it up, I bring up the fact that I was accused. I never admitted to doing it, and I will vehemently deny doing it.
Right,
you work tonight,
then,
right?
Like
Pink?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Send me a text later tonight. I wanted to tell you about a dream you had the night before. In character.
Oh, okay.
So
All right. I will. I was like, motherfucker. It's kind of weird.
I saw the.
He knows it. He knows everything. He's inside your head.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
All right, later,
See you guys.
Yeah, guys.
Have a good week, guys.
You too.